Welcome to Untitled Geography. Today we're going to look at the command word of describe. This is a usual shorter answer question. Describe just means set out the characteristics of something or give the characteristics. And that's just saying what you see, describing what you see. There's no need to give reasons or explain it, just say what you see. On the right hand side you can see in the yellow box it might be connected with landforms or processes or photographs, graphs or maps. We're going to take each one of those separately in the following slides. I realise there's quite a lot of information on this one, but this is what you're going to see again at the end. This is what you're going to have in terms of the questions in the blue box, the help in the yellow box, and the sample answers in the green boxes. If you want to pause here just to glance through them, see how it links together, that's fine, or wait till the end. So, first question example is a landform. Describe the key features of a sand dune. So it's got 3 marks to it. On the right hand side, the yellow box, you can see there's some advice. It says it has, there are, it is shaped in, the feature is. Those are kind of sentence starters and it just describes what you see. The answer or possible answer is on the following slide. A possible answer for this, we can see below, is sand dunes. It's a depositional landform which is characterised by tall accumulations of sand which is stabilised by vegetation. There's 3 points in here. So it's a depositional landform where material is dropped or deposited, tall accumulations of sand, so build-up of sand, and it's stabilised by vegetation. So the vegetation, the marram grass, the roots hold the sand together. If you can't remember what a sand dune looks like, I've just popped an image on the right hand side there for you. Question number 2. It might ask in terms of processes, so describe a process. Here's a question in the blue box. Describe the erosion process of abrasion. So how does abrasion work? That's just 2 marks, just simply say what happens. An answer to this might be, abrasion is where waves crashing against cliffs when they are carrying sediment such as sand and pebbles. So a possible answer for that is there's 2 points there. The waves are crashing against the cliffs, that's 1 mark, and they're carrying sediment such as sand and pebbles. There's an image on the right hand side just as an aid memoir for you. Question number 3. Photographs. Describe the key features of the landform in the photo. So the support materials in the yellow box, you could use those sentences as sentence starters for you. So photo X shows what is the landform, and it is seen that, and then give a couple of things that you can see in the photograph. So a possible answer for this would be the corrie, which is the name of the landform in the photo, is a bowl-shaped hollow with a steep back wall, and that will get you the full 2 marks. Question number 4, all about graphs. It says describe the information about oil consumption on the graph. Key thing to note here is about consumption, which is the use of oil, which is the red line on the graph. If in doubt, have a look at the HLTA approach in the yellow box. Look at the highs, look at the lowest, look at the trends, look at the anomaly, and also, of course, always look at the title, axis, and the units. Here's a possible answer. It says figure 1 shows the highest consumption at 3,000 barrels a day in 2013, which is there, and the lowest at 1,250 barrels in 1983, which is about there. The trend is that the rate of consumption increases, and anomaly is in 2004 when the number of barrels decreased from 2,100 to 2,000. And that's an example of how to approach it. It's the highest, the lowest, the trends, and the anomaly. And you can see how that structure has worked in this question. Question 5 helps us with maps, describing maps. It says using map 3, describe the location of the tourist information point in Swanage. Some advice for us is in the yellow box. It says in square or map evidence shows or most are located in. So that might apply and might not apply depending on the question. First thing is to find the tourist information point, which is that there, and there's an arrow to show where it is on the seafront. Of course, use grid references, use distances if you can as well. A possible answer is on the next slide. In the green box, we've got a possible answer for this question. It says Swanage Tourist Information Centre is located in the town centre at 031790. It is next to the coast and 100 metres northeast of the museum. So let's pick out here what we've got in terms of an answer. We've got town centre, which is located. That would be a mark, so you've identified where the town centre is. You've got a grid reference. You've got next to the coast, that's another mark. And you've got 100 metres northeast of the museum. That's a possible 2 marks actually. So you've used distances and you've used compass directions. And you could have actually used a key to find out it's the museum. So it could be any point on the map. It's just happened to have identified the museum. You could have used different things like the railway station, the bus station, or the pier. Any of those is absolutely fine, just showing you've got the skills to describe the location. Here's the slide that you saw at the start of the presentation. It's all the questions, it's the support materials, and it gives you possible answers. So all those link in. Pause here if you want to have another go at these questions and see how good you are at these now. As a final quick review, describe just means set out the characteristics of something, just say what you see, and there's some support materials on the right hand side here in terms of the landforms, processes, photographs, graphs and maps. Graphs will always come up on a geography exam paper. If in doubt, use HLTA, highest, lowest, trends and the anomaly. And of course always look at the title, the axis and the units.